Hello, can you guys hear me? Okay. Again, we are having more technical difficulties this morning, but I think we finally got it. So, anyways, hello, good morning. Today we are going to be doing more art stuff. And to answer today's question, what color is math? I'm gonna say red. Red just feels like a good math color. I don't know why. It's like red. Let's get going. I don't know. But let me see. Okay. So I actually need to try to get my iPad all set up. It's also been giving me some sort of issues this morning, so you know how that goes. But anyways, jeez. For some reason, my microphone just keeps giving me issues, issue after issue. Okay, so let's try to get Airstream working. And yesterday we were working on a piece from one of my viewers. They requested a piece of their cat named Splatter, and I was gonna finish that up today. They did request a background, so I gotta see what I can do with that. But the base of it's pretty alright. I still gotta clean it up and see what's poppin'. Also, I've been watching Black Mirror, which is some sci-fi stuff. Let's just say that's absolutely spooky. I'm not really about that life. It's very wild to me. Um, I have no idea what this is. All right. So this is what we're working with. Where did my pencil go? I keep losing my pencil, and you would think I wouldn't. Get repositioned. Also, I'm not in my usual environment, but so this is his clothing color, and that's what he looks like. So the cat is named Splatter. He, as you can tell, has paint splatter. And then he's got a sweatshirt and pants. I was contemplating on whether to give him shoes or not, but then I'm like, I like the cute little splatter on his foot. I still want to add some splatter here and there, but that's fine. I do have a variation of him without the clothes. Don't know how to do that. I don't know. I do. I'll show you guys later, but can I just show you without complications? There's his body. And then there he is. So this is what we're working with. I think he's cute as a base. Apparently he's also trans, so that is a thing. Let me get his colors back. Okay. So we got that. I think yesterday we were talking about giving him some kind of background. Honestly, I was gonna put him like in a grassy field or something, but the request of somebody yesterday was to like put him in some like a house. So I'm not really sure how that's gonna work out, but let's do that. Sign off. What happened to his eyeballs? Okay. Yes, they are just big blobs right behind his face. Back to what I was saying about Black Mirror. Black Mirror's got some funky stuff. I love sci-fi things, and it just keeps mind-boggling me how wild like some of these things are. Like whoever's putting these together, I don't even know how they find these people, but definitely it is super creative. Don't know if I would want to live in some of these worlds that they portray in there, but definitely a thing. Okay, so let me get my background. Uh-oh. Okay, let's just shove these in a layer or in a group. We don't need you. So let's add a layer. Let me go look up like bedroom ideas. Sorry, I'm gonna be like a little congested right now. Um, bedroom. Okay. Well, you're like searching pride rooms. You look a white bed. Kind of distract. I have no idea. I've never drawn a bed before, so at least not art related. I've done it in pixel art, I think. Okay, let's pick a color. Okay. He's kind of pinkish. Let's do like a blue. Okay, we're gonna have him like sitting on the bed. I wish I could see beyond this, but I cannot. I have no idea if that's how a bed is supposed to operate. We'll throw a corner back here. Looks like he's honestly just sitting on a wall. I have to definitely do this with some straight lines because it's looking a little rough. Maybe a little window over here. Light coming through, maybe. I know they were talking about having a pride flag back here. I think he's got a girlfriend, so I don't know if that makes him straight. It's quite odd when you are, I was going to throw out a female to male transgender and you are with a girl. That technically makes you straight, I guess. I guess I would just call that queer. I have no idea. And you know what's something that Procreate does have that we're going to utilize the F out of? And oh, okay. Into the file. Okay, drawing assist, perspective. Okay, let's just get rid of you, and you. You're just gonna see his little tiny no shine just because I don't feel like removing that. Edit guide, I want perspective. Okay, I'm a little dumb, but I would love to know what the perspective is. Where'd you go, buddy? Oh, it says to tap to create vanishing. Nice. Okay, let's see what happens when we overlay our character. um, what's a vanishing line? I should have thought about this before I actually did stuff. Okay, let's go do that sketch again. Okay, that's kind of, I guess, a bed. I have no idea how to move this around. Not me about to start getting into the line art and hoping and praying it looks okay. That's just how we operate here. It's just wing this like every good artist should. Uh-oh, you can barely see that. Can I duplicate that line so then it matches up on the other side? Inside our dude. Honestly, I should just put these people in a group. What happened to its line? Oh, turned it off. Duh. Oh, I don't want this in a group with the other thing. Okay, let's. I hate this. I don't like this. Can I just do my cute little grassy field? I don't think they're gonna be mad if I do that. Backgrounds are hard. You know what? We're just gonna keep trying until things look great. I'm not a quitter. I mean, I am, but not today. Ah, why do I keep doing things on the same layer? Swoop. Okay, duplicate. I have no idea if this is actually gonna look good. What happens when we put our cute little cat on this? This is certainly a thing. Okay, let's merge you down. Okay, now it just looks like this like on a little yoga mat. Um, this is definitely gonna be one of those work in progresses I keep telling you guys that I'm always doing. This is the corner of the room, I guess. Does this become the... I really need to do like more perspective pieces. I think that would be kind of fun. Okay. Now it kind of sort of looks like a bed. It's... And now I feel like I'm giving him like a poor person bed. How does our bestie look on this? Okay, I can get behind this, I guess. This is wild. How are we feeling about this? I don't know how to feel about this. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going. Sketch line. Ooh. Am I losing it? This looks wild. Um, can I change the perspective to be here? Didn't I just... I'm getting incredibly frustrated at this. These are certainly lines of the perspective. Okay, we're just gonna keep moving forward and just see what we get. So then, like, if I want to draw a window, does the window go like that? Like, that looks stupid. Maybe this is where perspective comes in. I have no idea what's going on right now. This looks bad. What happens if I put him here? Okay, never mind. We are definitely going back to the grass method or whatever. I'm not doing this. I can definitely give him like a cool sunset background. I think that would be kind of fun. Oh, you know what would be fun to do on stream that where we actually like sit down and actually build a character? That would be fun. Kind of like what we're doing here, where we were last night building a character. Okay, I love this green. Uh-oh. I don't think the green loved me. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why it keeps doing this thing. Why? Okay, what happens if I get rid of the drawing guide? But I don't want the whole thing to be green. I just want his butt to be green. Why did that work? Why? Okay, it did promise a cool background, so let's make it all sunsetty. I want like more saturated colors, you know. Okay, let's do some fun little orange. Uh-oh. Let's go in with some yellow. Maybe some like darker blue. A little less saturated, maybe a little darker. Yeah, let's do more of like blue. Where did that red go? What happens if I Gaussian blur that? Okay, pretty. I love that. Now we're just gonna shove you into that so I don't have to deal with you. I like that. That's cute. Okay, let's go add some grass. I do have a stamp for that. This is just called hashtag with me being lazy. We want like a darker grade. Sorry, you can't even see that. Oh, it's because I'm dumb. Oh no. That's kind of a cute color. That's not how perspective works. Okay, so now we've done that. Let's start adding it to the background. Make it a little smaller. But why? The grass upside down? How does that even happen? I hate these colors. Okay, so now we got him in some grass. Let's give him like a cute little shadow underneath. Don't know how I feel about just going in and giving him shadows, but something we could definitely play with. Reference layer. Yeah, this is cute. I get behind this. Now I'm like, do we add shadows to him or not? I don't know. Okay, what if I shadow him a little bit and then we'll see how he looks? Just how we're gonna operate here. I never figured out where the shadows are actually coming from. Guess they're coming from up top somewhere now. There we go. Show you underneath. What I'm probably gonna do is just copy and paste this for later for the body part. I kind of like shading. I don't know. I just feel like it's kind of satisfying. I also know I've been doing Gaussian blur. Some person said that that's considered like cheating if you start like blurring it or whatever, but who cares? Don't be such a stickler. It's just art, man. But definitely I've been having a lot of fun with these art pieces. Just getting all these suggestions from fellow people. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of digging the whole like shading in purple. Maybe I need to lean more into that and see how that looks. Because what I've been doing with the shading is I've gone in and I'll start with like this bright purple, just kind of definitely big contrast. And then I'll just start like lowering the opacity and like changing a bunch of stuff. But honestly, I'm kind of, I don't want to say I'm obsessed with the purple, but it's cute. Somebody was telling me blue, and I'm not a huge fan of blue as shading. I think it just depends on the piece, honestly. I'm pretty sure that's not how that would work. Um, yeah, let's just throw some shading here, see what looks good. Now let's throw some under his leg over here. Again, I have no idea how that works. I really need to sit down. Yesterday I was having. Oh, hello. Um, what do you call it? I was actually so talking about you. We were talking about how I need to go back to the basics and actually sit down and start going over stuff that I need to, because this is a whole lot of. I'm just kind of winging stuff. Um, I say we, it's just me, but it's fine. But right now I'm just winging the shading. But I was gonna do the whole bedroom idea thing that you were giving me yesterday, and I just could not stick the landing, so I just said forget it. And it's fine, we don't need it anyways. Also, hello. I would say good morning, but I don't know what time zone you're in, so good day to you, Green. Good day to you all. Okay, we got some shadow stuff going on. Absolutely obsessed with this purple. Fortunately, it's gonna go. Yeah, let's just throw some on your hands too. And voila. Oh, maybe we should throw some over here too. There was one artist out there that was doing like a hyper pop color where they're like using shading but with like these bright neon colors. And I kind of am obsessed with it. I really need to probably start throwing some of that into some of my pieces. I guess it really varies on what we're working on, but definitely obsessed with this. Uh-oh. Okay, we have shading. Now let's throw some under here too. Here we go. Maybe because I'm bored. Pretty sure it's not realistic, but let's just throw a little shading on the flag. Because what's one more shadow? Yeah, this is what we're working with now. Maybe under here. I feel like you wouldn't. You might have some shadows over here. Okay. So I do want to duplicate this for the version of where the cat does not have. Oh wait, wrong layer. What am I doing? Did I lose it? Okay. I'm trying to get shadows over to our other version without the wet shirt and hoodie. Also, we should probably give the fish a little name. Maybe I'll just leave that up to Evie, whose character this is, but he's just got a little fish companion now. I love that. Okay, we will worry about that in a little bit. Okay, so now we got the body. I like to, okay, so we do multiply, kind of darken it, or lower the opacity some. I am going to Gaussian blur it a little bit. What are you doing? Oh. Gaussian blur it a little bit just to blur it out some. And there we go. That was fun. I think I am going to keep it at the saturation it's at. Typically, I'll kind of move it down to the grayscale just a little bit, just to not make it so bright. But I think it works today. Here, one thing I did not do was Gaussian blur or shadows. Is it Yumi or Yume? I love that name though. Evie's gonna come back later and be like, fish. Okay, so we got this. Let's get rid of you. And then let's do you, bestie. Uh-oh. Okay, so we do have some cleanup, but the majority of this is just the same. Yumi's a cute fish name. Just pretend I can English properly. I think another thing that I'm probably gonna do one of these streams is where we just kind of like what you were doing yesterday, because I love the idea, is where we just kind of like build the character on screen. I think that's kind of fun to like create OCs or whatever. Be like, hey guys, look what we just created today, this Frankenstein of a monster. So I'm totally down for something like that. Kind of like what we were doing yesterday, where we were Frankensteining splatter. Okay, there's some purple there. Okay, okay, so I said it right. Okay, Yumi. Yumi's a cute name. I really hate that there's a delay with the stream. I wish it was more instant. It is rather unfortunate. So, and I'm so sorry about the delay in our chats. Um, this is kind of cute. Okay, let's just go fill in some of this shadow again. So apparently he's got a girlfriend. I wonder what the girlfriend's like. Not that we, not that I asked yesterday, but definitely something I'm curious about. Okay, let's just draw your shadows like you have them there. 60 a little bit. Yeah, maybe like one day a week we can just kind of come here and hang out and just build characters. I am totally down for that. I think that would be fun. So let's we'll see. Maybe Tuesday we can start that. Okay. They're purple, peeking out of anywhere else. Okay, so multiply the layer, lower its opacity. I think about 30 is fine, and then Gaussian blur it a little bit. And voila. Oh, you know what? I do want to throw some shadows right here. I probably should have done that to his feet. That's fine. Whatever. You can use this art style to impress children. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm still figuring out the whole. Oh, where does eyeballs go? The goal is to actually be good. Uh oh. Actually, the yellow eyes look kind of cool. There we go. How do I get rid of his body? uh, okay, so we do have the OG body stuff. The goal is to actually be good and not what I've been attempting, but well, thank you. I'm definitely gonna go check out the YouTubers that you recommended yesterday when I get a chance, just to hopefully do a little better. I definitely have to sit down and actually do some anatomy practice. And another thing I realized is I really need to work on my shading, because right now I'm just like, the light's kind of coming from right here. I would have shadow somewhere. But thank you. It's just, honestly, it's just more me winging it. And I have to put a disclaimer that I'm on an artist journey because, again, I have been trashed already on the internet, which is fine. It's just how it's gonna be. But okay, so I did have a signature. There is my signature that we did yesterday. And I'm going to export this. If you have any other ideas you'd like me to add, just let me know while I get this finished up. And then that'll be it for this piece. I'll probably start drawing something else. What am I doing? Let me see, export, and then I'll probably get this posted later. Yumi the fish. I feel like drawing something of where he's like in a little fish bag. You know, let's go do that because I think it'd be funny. Okay. Uh-oh, that's not how that looks. Can I copy and paste that fish from earlier? That's something I would definitely like to do. Hey, fish bestie. I think I'm gonna add the fish, and then we can go in and uh then we'll call it quits for this. Um, I had the layer for the fish. I'm really bad at keeping my layers together in groups or whatever. You can see me struggling. That's okay. Just don't want to redo the fish because I'm being lazy, you know? Just copy you. Duplicate. Okay, come here, Miss Yumi. Cute, okay. Okay, so you're gonna be there. I just love the idea of this fish, or this fish, of Splatter the cat just having his little fish companion. It would be fun to totally have him in a little fish tank, but I think my gripe with doing that is I don't know, I just don't think it's convenient. I'm like, who's going around carrying a fish tank with them? Okay, let's go figure out how to do a bag. Oops. Where is you? Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is starting to look like garbage. Just erase all your problems away. Okay, there we go. That looks a little more realistic for a bag. Okay. Those are cute little Yumi. Let's move you down a little bit, buddy. Okay, we don't need this line art anymore. Okay, so we got our little sidekick companion. No. So we're doing two different versions. One of where Yumi is in the pocket, but when originally I was gonna make two versions, one with Splatter wearing clothes and one with him not wearing clothes. And so the one with him not wearing clothes, he's going to have his little fish companion. It didn't feel right to have him without it. To have him without her, I'm sorry. So this is what it's gonna look like. We still have the other version of the sweatshirt. Um, we're keeping both. What am I doing? I swear it looks really scary without the face or without the coloration. Okay. Am I losing it? Okay. Oh no. This is not the original. This is just some fun stuff we're doing just to give it a little extra oomph. Okay, where is that gold color? The fish is almost giving me Dory vibes, except the coloration's a little off. That's okay. I still think it's silly. There we go. That little blend. I love that little blend with like the fin going into the base color. That's really cute. Okay. So we got Yumi here. I swear, body will go away. He's kind of missing his colors. Okay. And poof, he's gone. I'm debating what color to make the bag. It's clear, I guess, so we'll make it more of a bluish color for the bag, I guess. I know it's like reflecting or I don't know science. I feel like knowing a little bit of science might help with art, but it's fine. It's all creative liberties. No, why do you do that? For some reason, anytime I try to color drop, it's like I have to make it a reference layer for it to be a thing. Okay. I forgot what we did yesterday to make it look like Yumi was inside the pocket. Okay, we did a multiply layer. Let's do that again with Miss Yumi. Let's give it a little shiny thing to it. However, I'm not feeling that color though. Yeah, that feels a little better. Let's do that. I don't even know what I hit. Okay. I got my sketch pen. Just add our little shinies. Too thick. What do you do for a living, or you just? So I actually work in IT. I work in IT full time, and that's my day job. I work with computers and stuff. So I work in a corporate environment, and I very much like my job. But in terms of art, I am just improving my skill. This was something I've been dying to do for forever, is to actually try to be good at art. But I don't want to make this a career. I just want to kind of do this for fun. I've been jealous of people that have been able to do this art and I haven't been able to, so you know, here I am, learning how to do it. I know it is rather unfortunate that I am doing this later into my life, I swear. Like, I'm not that old, but there have been people who've been drawing since they were yay high. So that's why I tell people, if you're going to do art, do not get discouraged. Just keep doing it and you will improve. Because you will be like me and be like, man, I wish I did this later. Or I wish I did this earlier. But it's never too late to pick up a new skill. But yeah, work with computers. Unfortunately, it's 40-hour work weeks or whatever. But I try to make time when I can to do stuff with YouTube, and I've been doing a lot more streaming lately. That's been more of my shtick. Um, I do need to do more stuff with posting on a more regular basis. I've just been a little over the place, but since it's not my job, it's okay. Not that I have many people expecting me. I say that. I don't mean to sound like a Debbie Downer or anything. There we go. That's kind of cute. Okay. Okay, so now we got fish. Where did my cat go? Where did my cat go? So, what kind of drawings do you do? I'm sorry, I know you said it, I think, yesterday, and I'm having brain fog right now. It's not you, it's me, I'm the problem. So I had a full layer with, like, color. Okay. So we have the cat, so let's export this now before I forget. JPEG. Okay, then let's try to configure the okay, let's get rid of you fish. Honestly, let's just make this a whole other group. But yeah, I know a lot of people aspire to go out there and do art for a living. It's it's very unstable and I don't know, I couldn't do it. I mean, I applaud everyone that's able to get a job in it. It's very uncertain in terms, especially today's day and age with AI. I have a whole other like rant about AI because I think it's a good like helping tool to a point. I wouldn't use it to like rely on stuff or whatever, but I think it's like a good little like fact checker. Like I'm just gonna throw out like a thing. Let's just say that you're a mathematician or something, and you are you've done all this math and you just want to double check it, and AI is actually good to the point where it could double check, you know, then use it for something like that. But I just don't agree with companies just replacing people because oh, it's gonna save them money. I'm like, at this point, at what like so you have like your CEOs, CFOs, and so if they're the ones making all the money, I'm like, honestly, their jobs are probably the most replaceable by AI versus people with you know, people like the I don't want to call them bottom feeders, but like the people that are at the bottom of the food chain. They're like, oh, we'll just replace you with AI. And like we don't really need you to be at the top, and you guys are like the top earners. So like if we're gonna cut people and replace them with AI, you guys are the ones that have got to go. Because it's let's be realistic, in terms of skill. But it does sadden me that AI, especially how quickly it's gone. Like I remember a couple years ago that with AI art, it couldn't even do hands, it couldn't add words, and then this year finding out that like hands and the words it's put that it's able to produce in these art images is wild to me. I remember also learning about AI music. That's been a thing. So I think there was one that we were playing with. Um, there was what we were playing with called okay, goodbye, Green. It was nice chatting with you. The I think it was like Sona or something, or Soma AI, where you can pretty much give it a prompt and it'll you tell it the music style you want it to do, and the music style is let's just say I wanted it to be country music, and it was actually producing decent stuff. It was just scary about how someday we won't need people anymore, I guess, to like sing music, but we're still gonna want to go back and what is insert a private picture? What does that mean? Okay, I'll talk about that in a second about people tracing and whatever, because I found out something about Procreate that people were able to, I guess, trace without people knowing. It's a whole other thing. Let me save this, share, PNG. Okay, that has been saved. Okay, we're back to me because I'm gonna rant a little bit. Then we will start a new piece. I do have to go in about 40-ish minutes, but that's still plenty of time for us to start working on something new. So the whole thing with what do you call it? I completely forgot what I was gonna talk about, so never mind. Oh, about the whole adding a private picture. I don't know what that's about, but I found out that in Procreate that you're actually able to upload an image where if you like do the time lapse, because you can't export time lapses, which is like fantastic, that people can hide a layer where they're tracing, so then when it comes to the time lapse nobody can see that. And I wonder if that's what that private picture thing is, and if that's the case, that's kind of gross. I'm sorry, I hate people that are able to that just start I, I say I hate tracers. That's not the case, because I've traced and it has been a very good art thing to show, like to help. And I've talked about that on previous streams where, like I have a picture of Hinata from Naruto that I went in and traced, and it was fine. I didn't mind it. It was, like I didn't realize that like when you start drawing hair that you should like shade the part that's like under the neck in the back. I never thought to do that, but it just felt like with every art piece, I had taken something from me tracing that for me to implement into my art things. And it was, but there are just people out there that are taking commissions or stealing other people's art, and then they're like, well, I didn't trace, and they're like, well, here's the time lapse of my art piece, and then you can't see it underneath, and that irks me so badly. Like, I hate it. Okay, so what's something else we can draw? um what are we feeling? Typically I've been getting some kind of request in the chat, but I could start coming up with something new. Let's go down. I was working on a piece. Uh-oh. Bear with me while I try to get my thing back up. I hate when... So I use Air Server to be able to connect my stuff to the screen, and I just hate when it doesn't. 3181. Okay. There we go. Okay, there we go. I was working on a piece that was inspired by Shakira, and I think it started coming out okay, and then I ditched it because I went to go see her in concert the other day, and it was great. I should probably finish this. I was having a lot of issues with like the arm placement, and as you can see, now hands. So, I'm gonna scrap that for the time being. Um, Unless I'm having artist block, but I like how there's just like random studies of things. Okay. Yesterday I had a viewer talking about doing different like animals with like pride pieces. And I was thinking maybe we should do that. That might be fun. Maybe pick an animal and then do like a pride flag around that. Okay, so square. Having total brain farts right now. Yesterday I was talking about maybe like a turtle. Peacock would be fun. A frog, I know that's kind of popular. Let's try like a cute little chibi frog. I've never done that before. Okay, so I do have a thing up, like a couple references. Sorry, just repositioning my thing. Okay, so again, I've never drawn a little frog before, so let's go and do that. Why aren't you drawing, bestie? And then I see that, I guess Frog Eye is just... Uh-oh, that looked like garbage. I feel like what I was talking about earlier about people tracing, I feel like if tracing's gonna be done, it should be done ethically. And what I mean by that is, if you're taking commissions and you are tracing, that's kind of awful that you're doing that. Oh, this looks like it's a teddy bear. I swear it's not. Um, if we took his eyes. Oh, that's cute. Okay, I can get behind this. His arms, maybe they need to be bigger. We love cute little frogs. I think after this, I'm probably going to start working on a couple game assets because I really need to get back on that. I've been taking a mental break from it, but it's stuff we got to do. Oh. For some reason, frogs are giving me pansexual vibes in terms of having to draw him. Oh, he's so cute. I love him. I still am not sold on his eyes, but that's cool. So I'm actually going to use the symmetry tool because I actually want this to look nice. I gotta start using that more. Okay, drawing guide, symmetry. Okay, so this one is assisted drawing. There's some black in here. Ooh, that looked bad. Where is my fountain pen? Oh, I want you thick. No, no, no. I need you more thick. This is gonna be bad, isn't it? Okay, let's try to make you look a little better. I think that's what the problem is just starting out. Oh, okay. Let's add his little foot nubs. Honestly, I don't know what a foot nub is, but also, random ramble now that I'm thinking about stuff. I hear that Webkins is making a comeback, and the amount of people I've spoken to about Webkins look at me like I'm crazy. Like, oh, what's Webkins? I was like, bro, maybe I need to get back into it. I freaking love Webkins. That might be fun to stream at some point. Um, Webkins for the win. Okay, what happens if I remove assisted drawing? Uh-oh. But yeah, Webkins, very cute. If you don't know what Webkins are, it was a thing back in like the mid to late 2000s where you would have like a cute plush with a code, and the code could be used to put online, like into this online world where you're able to pretty much you would have a virtual pet. And it was very fun. I was more of like a as much as I like the online ones, I was obsessed with the stuffed animals. Me and my brother used to play pretend like Mega a lot with them. Well, it's certainly a frog. How about we just get rid of the eyes? Okay, this is kind of cute. Okay, hold up. Hold up. He looks like he's staring off into space a little bit. Oh. He does look a little derpy. Okay, we will save that for later. Let's do his little tummy patch. But yeah, no, I used to be all obsessed with the Webkins. That was just one of my childhood memories. I am curious when they kept saying that we're getting like Webkins are back. I know they said that they're bringing back the web version of it. What does that mean? Do they still sell Webkins? $50? Gosh, I miss the good old days when I used to play Webkins. Well, it's certainly a frog, Froge. Okay, let's get rid of the assisted drawing and the symmetry tool. probably gonna go back in and clean these things up a little bit. Uh-oh. Yeah, I wonder if my account's still there considering that they've moved to online only. But I had so many Webkins. So many. Also, speaking of plushies, the Wibble Kids have actually had a video doing decently well on my channel. I think it's got like 12,000 views, which is one of my more popular ones, where I'm showing off these Wibble Kits. They're pretty much they are crochet kits, and I think they're cute. They're a little pricey, unfortunately, but I think everything you're getting for, like, if you want to start learning how to crochet, like, I think it's a good price to get you started. Like, it retails for $30, but considering it comes with all the instructions, like really detailed videos, it has a decent crochet hook. It has, all the yarn, so you don't actually have to buy the individual yarn. I just think everything you're getting is a really good price. Now, unfortunately, I've joined some Facebook groups, and I can now tell you that it feels like it's turned into a cult. It's certainly... Do we just give them 2 flags? I said I wanted the assisted drink. Off, bestie. No. But yeah, it's turned into a cult. And originally I was like, let me just see like what these Facebook groups are about. And now I have like a lot of them, and I really need to start getting through them. And I intend to do videos on doing each of these kits, but it takes time. I think the original video for my review took like a couple days to actually finish doing, just because I'm a busy girl with a busy life. That's just how it be, But I want to call it Wooble Wednesdays. That's what they're called. They're Woobles. And my boyfriend's bought me so many. And there's many more that I want. I'm also debating if I start doing like these Wooble videos, if I just do like multiples in one video, or if I just do, like 1 or 2. So I don't really know. Also, I hate his face right now. Let's try to curve you a bit. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna do them on Wednesdays, maybe like a once a month video, just to start getting through them. But I feel like they gotta be probably multiples in a video to make it actually worth it, because if not, then I will be doing this for years. Okay, this is kind of cute. Okay, let's go add those little white shinies next time, you guys. I'm just gonna do... Can I duplicate you? Uh-oh. No! Why can't I just move something without... Like, why can't I hit an option on Procreate where I can just move something and not have to worry about it, sizing up? And then I probably complain like, oh, why do I have to do this all the time? I don't know. Oh. Okay, let's color my bestie. My little frog man. He's so cute. I want one. Don't tell that to my boyfriend, because he'll tell you we're not getting a frog. Okay, I do like this cute little green color I've been using for a lot of stuff. Where'd you down? Bro. Okay, reference. Oh. Is this how frog eyes work? He looks weird. No. Oh, that would be cute to have like a little pink frog version. No, I started coloring him on the wrong layer. Well, Perfect. This gives me like an opportunity to actually move up his face a little bit. I think that might be the problem. And then we gotta erase you because now you're giving me problems. Okay. Okay, let's make you a reference layer. I still have no idea how that is supposed to operate, that you call something a reference and then it's just not. I think I'm gonna do two variations of like a pink and a. Let's just do a whole rainbow of them. We'll put a pin in that. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh no. Maybe he needed the lighter tummy patch. Maybe yeah, that makes him look less weird. Okay. I don't know the colors of the pan flag. Cute colors. I'm digging it. Okay, so it looks like it's this. Oh, I don't want to color you. There we go. Cute. Okay, next is yellow. These are so pretty. And last but not least, we have this cute blue color. Yeah, yesterday on the stream, we actually educated some people on pansexuality, and not gonna lie, I have no idea what I'm talking about when it comes to that. Okay, so we got our main frog dude. I did want to go in and actually color him, like his actual alpha log. Okay, we're gonna make you lighter. What am I doing? Coloring? Yeah, this is what I wanted. This is totally cute. I love doing this. I just love changing the color of the line art. I just feel like it comes together so much more. I need to start doing that more in my pieces. It just gives us something else, you know. And this green's really cute too. I'm gonna make you a little bigger. I think I am gonna do other color variations of the. Uh-oh. Maybe I shouldn't have purchased his eyeball layer, but that's okay. I'll just go in and maybe I keep that black. I have no idea. There we go. Okay. I think the blush's line art's gonna get changed to a different color. And then I gotta figure out what I'm doing with the He's so precious. I want like 10 of him. Again, don't tell my boyfriend, because he's gonna reprimand me, be like, we don't need a frog or whatever. Uh-oh. And there we go. Okay. Flag color. That's cute. Okay. I can stand by this. Yeah, this is like mega cute. Okay, so if I actually want to duplicate, I might do maybe like a blue variation of this, of our frog bestie. He looks silly right now, but trust the process. Can I duplicate you? There we go. We got a cute little frog. Pink little cutie. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with the blush though. Why can't I color you in? Oh, it's because I'm on the wrong layer. LOL. Cute. Okay. We got pink frog variant. Let's duplicate you. And duplicate you. Let's just do like a fun little like blue variant. This is so much fun. I like doing this. Oh, I love the pink on him. Okay, so we got that cute pink color. I do want to make your tummy this really cute light blue. Oh, look at him! I need like 20 more of you. Okay, so blue. Do want to make you darker. I keep forgetting that if you want to make something darker, you also got to shift the color a little bit. I have not been doing that. Oh, his hand too. If anybody out there wants to, I can totally just change his little flag to be different flags, but he's cute. Okay. What I need to start doing is actually grouping these because we're going to get to the point that I'm just going to group. Okay, we don't need it to be a reference layer anymore. I'm obsessed with how cute this is. Oh, oh, bestie, what happened? Okay, so now we got this. Now I want to do like a background on our little frog guy. So what I'm gonna end up doing. Oh, hello, Green. For some reason, I got scared that you were jumping back on. I'm just doing a random frog piece for some reason. Button, delete, duplicate. How do I find you? Nope, merge down. Okay, then alpha lock. I was debating. So yesterday, somebody was talking about how they were doing different animals with different pride flags, and I was like, okay, well, let me do a frog with like holding a little pansexual flag. And I'm debating if I make other flags with this. Yeah, we don't make fun of my jump scare. I mean, you can. I don't know what happens. If somebody's like not actively talking to me, then it goes out the wazoo, you know? Like I'm just not used to the sound of, because I get a sound notification when somebody's not there. Okay. So let me finish this up. Camouflage with Gaussian blur my issues away. And then this has been a pain in the butt of me trying to do. Uh-oh. There's a thing, so for some reason I'm not able to do an outline. I'll actually have to manually draw it, and I don't want to. Suppose it looks nicer attempting it the way that I'm doing it. Which is, you're supposed to try to select, I guess. There we go. Okay, color fill, perfect. It looks like a teddy bear. That's fun. And then that's what that looks like. So it just kind of makes it like a cleaner outline. But it's taken me a bit to figure out what the crap I'm doing with that. Honestly, I think my favorite one's the blue frog. So AI has gotten more attention than it needed. Yes, so I was talking about that earlier where I was kind of like, I think AI can be a really good tool. I don't think it needs to be used to replace people. And all these executives and rich people are like, well, we can cut costs by using AI, which is great and all. But in the end, obviously, these rich people had to have gotten there through, generational wealth or however they're top of whatever. But in the end, they are easily replaceable because we don't need rich people to sit there and point and give us ideas because the AI can do that. The people that are bottom of the food chain, they can also, hello Alfie. They are, the people that are quote unquote bottom of the food chain or whatever, like the doing all the work that people don't want to do. We need them. I don't know why we're trying to replace everybody with AI. So this is our cute little frog pieces. Okay, let me start exporting these, but I'm definitely going to be doing a YouTube rant about that, about AI. Because like I said, can be used as a useful tool, does not need to take over everything. And I'm honestly scared. I don't know, in 20 years, are we just going to have robots with AI being put into them? And, I like to watch a lot of sci-fi movies, and it's frightening to think about that. What style of art are you using? This is like a little chibi, cute little art style that I'm doing. That drawing would be a cool sticker. That's fair. That would be fun to do. Maybe a little emote on something. Um, this is just like a cute little chibi art style. I don't have a particular art style. I would say I'm experimenting. You can see I am all over the place. I'm trying to learn how to do an anime art style. That's kind of the style I want to be doing, but we're just doing something real quick right now just to do this. So I think, because I was talking about earlier how I want to like do like different animals associated with like different pride flags. And I think a peacock would be a really good one to be able to do when I think of like pride, I think of, showy, I think of, peacocks. A lion would be a fun one. Maybe I'll do that one at some point. But we can start sketching out another one for funsies. Shoot. These are all my random art pieces. This was one that we were working on between yesterday and today. Yes, I was working on Miku recently. I'm still learning how to do anatomy and stuff like that, but there is Miku. I, I was I was having a lot of issues with the hands. I had to get some reinforcements to have somebody help me sketch the hands so I could do it correctly, but yes, this is Hatsune Miku. I just thought it'd be like a fun little thing to do. For some reason, it doesn't want to trickle down. Yep. I also do have a DeviantArt that I've been posting stuff to. I'm sorry, that's random sketch. I've been posting stuff to. I haven't posted in it like in a month, but it exists. I've been luckily no one's like said anything about my stuff on there, but and I had a DeviantArt years ago. I can't even tell you what art was on there. It was really bad art, but it was still something I did. do peacocks look like? Um, Ooh, it would be fun instead of giving a peacock a flag, maybe doing like the rainbow or something on its feathers. Yeah, so I think what's nice is that I heard from an artist, which is such a great idea, that when you start doing art related things, that it's good to not just stick to like I've been predominantly trying to do anime females, but again, not great at that. And so the advice was is as you're kind of doing art stuff, don't be afraid to like experiment with like different art styles because you don't want to be just like really good at one thing and not anything else. Like so if you want to start drawing dudes, like do that too. So that was definitely good advice for I have no idea how to draw a peacock. We're just gonna give him little feet. But yeah, no, it's like I said, it's really good to experiment with your art style and stuff like that, just because it helps you get better at a variety of things. But it doesn't mean that you have to specialize in everything. There's like very few people out there that are like can do like really good landscapes on top of, you know, drawing really good people. It's typically you want to specialize in something. So if you want to draw like really cute things, that's kind of like a category. Drawing anime people is like another category. Realism is like another category. If you want to do landscapes, which I really would like to do some acrylic paint canvas stuff. You will not see me touch oil painting with a 10-foot pole. Um, just like a sir. Ooh, okay. I'm not familiar with, I'm assuming that's a YouTuber. I'm still learning about different YouTubers, and Green over here was actually giving me some ones to look at. This looks awful. Um, this looks absolutely atrocious. What are those little things on a peacock's head? I don't understand what that is. They have like the little things up top. And that just looks like a bird. Um, I have huge knowledge of art. uh, Huge knowledge of art, zero implementation. That's me. I feel like I feel like that's where it's like so I do a lot of arts and crafts. That's kind of what a lot of the stuff I do is, and so it's like I have an idea how to do it. I have no idea actually how to make it reality. It is unfortunate because I used to watch a lot of YouTubers doing a lot of, you know, stuff. Gosh, I don't know how. I'm just trying to make him look like he's got cool feathers, you know. But I'm thinking rainbow feathers might be the move. Oh, a turkey would be fun too. I'm so thankful for that random guy in TikTok to watch draw like a sir. Yes, I was gonna say I had all sorts of like random things on my TikTok. Luckily, now most of my TikToks have been more art focused, which I'm happy about. It obviously changes as you're, you know, watching new things or whatever, but it's it's a thing. But also TikToks are just TikTok alone, I think has a lot of good resources. And I like going there because of the bite-sized videos. I don't actually watch a lot of YouTube shorts, even though I do post them here and there, weirdly enough. I think I'm more of like a Reels person, I guess. I'm not really sure. I watch a variety of things. I'm aware this looks like doo-doo, that's okay. That's the whole thing that we're just winging all of this. Well, it's kind of a peacock. May have to go over this and mess with it some, but think I'm not sold on this feather over here. Oh, they do have these cool looking rainbow things. Let's add that on a new layer. Yeah, I think this is going to be a fun little, making this a rainbow. Just going to make random stickers with this and then just pass them out to people. We kind of got a peacock. Looking at the time, I actually need to start getting ready to end the stream. So unfortunately, I am gonna have to get ready to end the stream now. I actually have to get ready for an ice skating class that I'm doing, and then we actually have a fun little performance we're doing. I am going to see what I can do to try to get that video footage, and I'll share it with you guys so you guys can see my terrible ice skating skills. I can kind of ice skate, so I will be back here tomorrow at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. I've been doing that kind of the last couple weekends where I'm just kind of getting in early in the morning. So we will continue drawing more pride related animals, or if you guys have any suggestions. So anyways, that will conclude the stream, and I will see you guys